Oh yeah, you know I got to address this shit. But nevertheless, it's me again. They hate us, that's why they give a fuck about us at the same time. As always, JD Miles, the Mgtows they love to hate, even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate Mgtow at the same time, and I'm back again. Now you know 21 Studios definitely fucked up making this shit. And yes, we all can see Undead Chronic is just ripping his ass apart. But 21 Studios says something that is really stupid, and rather shows that he doesn't even know what is happening in the Mgtow philosophy, let alone open his mouth about it. But let's read 21 Studios' tweet here. And by the way, I like his username too. Manosphere President Anthony Dream Johnson. Oh, so he's the president of the Manosphere. Got it. But let's read the tweet. I was watching Barbarossa, the Mgtow from a decade ago. It's astonishing how the quality of Mgtow content fell off a cliff. I think he's trying to spell off, not of. Fell off a cliff. Undead Chronic is a literal retard compared to creators from a decade ago. Apparently, 21 Studios is more than willing to escalate this situation here. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Look, read his tweet and notice that he completely fucked up saying that shit. For starters, how many times did Undead Chronic made countless videos telling everybody that he is not, and I repeat, he is not a Mgtow. He only supports the philosophy. So basically, what 21 Studios is doing is not taking by 21 Studios taking shots at Mgtow. He's not going at Undead Chronic. Remember, Undead Chronic is not a Mgtow. He's taking shots directly at the Mgtow philosophy. So basically, he is trying to escalate this situation beyond Undead Chronic now, because now he's trying to get Mgtows involved. And keep in mind, just because somebody speaks on the Mgtow philosophy or supports the Mgtow philosophy doesn't automatically make them a Mgtow. How many times we got to tell these retards this shit? And yes, 21 Studios, you got non-Mgtows. You got men who are not Mgtow showing their support to the philosophy. Yes, it's hard to believe. And before I go any further, allow me to say this shit here too. This ain't a video of me defending Undead Chronic. Undead Chronic is his own man. He could fend for himself. And rightfully so, considering the fact that he's just completely embarrassing you in these YouTube streets. So I don't think he needs our help over here at all. What's more is that I find it intriguing that he wants to bring Barbarossa into all this. Guess what, 21 Studios? You may not believe this, but this is the same Barbarossa that inspired me to become a Mgtow, especially in the situation I was in. In fact, Barbarossa is a legend in these Mgtow streets. And it's downright insulting that you will use his name to try to come at Mgtow. I mean, if anyone's the retard, is you for even pulling that stunt. Now, as far as you claiming that the quality of Mgtow content fell off the cliff, what you mean by that, 21 Studios? Oh, let me guess. You believe Mgtow content creators should stay in front of their camera making videos 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, doing nothing more than just being a talking head. You do know the majority of us MGTOWs here on YouTube, you do know that we do have a life outside of YouTube, outside of social media, outside the internet. How else are men gonna better themselves? And another thing you should also know is some of us MGTOWs, myself included, we're making power moves outside of YouTube, outside the internet. I guess I guess 21 Studios have not been paying much attention to all the recent news and updates that's been happening. And it's astonishing that you got outsiders looking in, thinking they got MGTOWs figured out, but don't know shit. Or they wouldn't be making a goddamn fool out themselves on social media, trying to claim that MGTOWs is falling off, MGTOWs is this, MGTOWs is that, and yet still fall short on what MGTOWs are actually doing. And yes, 21 Studios. Every now and then, I will go back and look at Barbarossa's videos. Oh, I bet you didn't know that shit, did you? And I'm not alone either. Other MGTOWs also doing things outside the internet. It's called progress. Take what you learn, take what you learn, and help the next man in need. That's what I did. That's what some MGTOWs did. So how is Mgtow falling off a cliff? Oh, because we're not on YouTube all day, every day, being nothing more than just talking heads? Then you really missed the point of what Barbarossa was trying to teach us. Well, you missed the point. I haven't. And it's amazing how people think that just because someone talks about the MGTOW philosophy and supports the MGTOW philosophy, somehow that automatically means that they're part of the MGTOW philosophy, when in actuality they openly stated that they're not. Much to learn, 21 Studios still have. So by the end of the day, so by the end of the day, 21 Studios has now escalated the beef beyond Undead Chronic now. Now he's trying to go after MGTOW philosophy, in which before I even close out, you claim that you're the Manosphere president, right? Or the president of the Manosphere, right? Well, let me go ahead and tell you this shit. Oh, president of the Manosphere, Mgtow is the least of your worries. In fact, Mgtow should not even be a concern to you at this point. Look at your precious Manosphere. Look what is going on in your Manosphere, President of the Manosphere. How about instead of crying about Mgtow 21 Studios, how about you address what is happening in your Manosphere in regards to this Pearl character? But you probably won't. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. I'm done and I'm out this bitch. Later.